Welcome again to Malfunction Junction. My name is Dan. In today's video, uh, I've decided to do a little bit of a special. I have hit the 10 subscriber mark. Now, I know to some people that's not a big deal. Uh, to some people, that's like a tiny thing, but to me, I like it, and I'm going to show how much I like it. Uh, I'm going to show my gratitude because I feel that gratitude is important. I think it really does pay to be humble and not give in to being heady or egotistical because that'll set you up for a fall right there. Is thinking that you're more than what you are, and I have made mistakes in the past that led to something like that. And I found that when you're humble, things go a whole lot better. Um, so I don't want to repeat those same mistakes by being a jerk or being arrogant. So, as a display of my humble gratitude that I have up to 10 subscribers, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you would want to subscribe to my channel, that you like my videos. Thank you. And with that said, this is going to be a video of me showing my Gamecube collection. Um, I got it all hooked up and working recently, and I unpacked the games a few days ago. And down here, I wish the camera would stop doing that thing that it does. This is a cheap, low budget computer. I'm sorry. Sometimes the screen will turn pink like that and then it'll go back to normal. But yeah, this is my GameCube. It's the front of it. Uh, one side, the other side, the top, and of course the back. So this has the Storm decal skin set. I picked this up at I picked the GameCube up years ago at EB Games. Uh, they had them reduced to $30 per console. And first I got the first one I got was platinum, and it worked one time. It played one game, and when I went to turn it on again, it wouldn't work at all, and I had to take it back, and they gave me a black one. And I seen other stuff that was cheap for GameCube while I was there, so I got the Game Boy player, this bottom piece here, which bolts into the bottom with these two screws. So that makes it to where you can play Game Boy Advance and earlier Game Boy games by sliding them into this slot. First, you have to have a bootable CD to prepare the GameCube to play Game Boy games. And this little lever right here, you push that forward, or rather, if you're facing the GameCube, you reach down and pull it forward towards you to eject the games. The GameCube, I mean, the Game Boy Advance and or Game Boy games out of the GameCube. So this one's a little bit dirty inside because it's been sitting, but that's what the inside looks like. And up here you have the power button. And I believe this is the reset button, and this over here is the eject button. Yeah, that's the eject button. So yeah, it has the storm based sticker skin. I also picked that up and applied all of the stickers myself. And you have this nifty handle here to carry your GameCube with in case you want to take it to a friend's house. And my games are a bit disorganized here, and some of them, the ones that I picked up that were pre-owned, I did not remove the pre-owned sticker from the jacket. Not all of them. I mean, some of them I did. But in no specific order, I'm going to show you the ones that I have. This is Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. That's the front. That's the side of it. And on the back here are 4 screenshots and a picture of the variety of monsters. Then inside you have the instruction manual, a full color instruction manual, and the little miniature CD game. And that was one of the cool things about even in this generation, which I believe, let's see, I think GameCube, Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, and Xbox were maybe 6th generation consoles. So yeah, in the 6th generation consoles, you still had you still got usually full color instruction manuals that were still pretty detailed, and that is something that seems to have become a thing of the past. Also, I have the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2, which has a Link from the Legend of Zelda series as one of the characters. It too has a full color manual. And it's got screenshots and a description on the back. And here's a game, an unusual game that I picked up that I've never really truly sat down and played. This is called Groove Rider Slot Car Thunder. And here's the back of it, the back of the jacket. And you see there's a full color manual. And I can't make out what the other car is on this, but the car on the front looks a lot like a vintage Toyota Supra, like the one in the first Fast and Furious movie. And here I have Defender, which appears to be, based on the screenshots, a 3D version of what old school arcade Defender was probably like. And for this one, unfortunately, I do not have the manual. Just this little pamphlet here. Well, that's too bad. And moving on, here is Metroid Prime, which is a 3D version of Metroid. This one, also, I don't have the manual for that. That's awful. That's just terrible. Because I'm a big Metroid fan. But yeah, I have played this all the way up to where you get to the Metroid at the end, which is a lot different than any Metroid I've ever seen in any game before this series came out. Before the Metroid Prime series came out. And yeah, that fight against that Metroid, that particular Metroid, is tough as nails. It took everything I had and more. And by the time I finally got through the first fight with it, there was another round left, uh, to where I guess it was supposed to be in its more vulnerable form, and I just didn't have enough weapons left. I didn't have enough power bombs, and which was, I think, one of the things that was needed for the fight. I didn't have enough left to stand a chance, and I finally decided, you know what? My wrists are tired, my hands are tired, my mind is tired. This is ridiculously hard. And I finally had to swallow my pride and give up. And that was a long time ago. That's been about maybe, 3 or 4 years ago. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to try again, because that's just the way I am. I do try again. And I think part of the problem was I had the morphing ball button too close to my thumb, which made it to where when I would push, uh, was the big fat green button is what's is the A button on that? Yeah, when I would push that, sometimes with my thumb, and I have big hands like my dad, my thumb would push the X button as well at the wrong moment, and I'd be like, "Dang it!" So yeah, so I had to fight a lot harder than I normally would have if the button layout had been easier, more user friendly. So here is Mega Man Anniversary Collection. I'm also a big Mega Man fan. Started with the first game and played them in chronological order. Same thing with Mega Man X. So this one has the game and the manual. Um, I also got this used. I mean, pretty much every GameCube game I have is probably used. Uh, there's something wrong with this one. I don't know quite what it is, but the screen tends to frazzle up and go white. Also, in the GameCube version of the game, they reversed the action and jump button. It's not like in the NES or even the Super NES. If you want to shoot, you have to push the button on the right side. If you want to jump, you have to push the button on the left side. And to my knowledge, it's not anything that can be reversed, which, for me, ruins the game. I wish there were a way around it. There probably would be with a programmable control pad, but where you can program which button does what. But until I find one of those, it's just a nice thing to say that I have it in my collection, but I wish I could sit down and play it. But anyway, moving on. I have here Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. It also has the instruction manual. Then I've got Resident Evil Zero, a very horrific game, very scary game. And this one has full color manual and 2 discs. This is a 2 disc game. And I have not played it in so long that I would probably have to relearn everything if I chose to play it again. Here is Star Fox Adventures. Here's the back of the box. Excuse me, the container. This one has something from the Star Fox game, but it's not the instruction manual. I think it's just like maybe a tips and tricks type thing. This game, I remember that back when I had my CD cleaner before it got packed away and the pieces of it moved around, I had found a way to clean CD games with the CD cleaner, like an electric CD cleaner, rotary, where it has the different, like the buffer wheels and the cleaning wheels and the polishing wheels and all that. I had found a way using the polishing wheels uh, to help out with scratches in games, and it helped out a lot with this one. I had to run it through several times, but I found out that chapstick, you see all the different, you've probably seen all the different wacky videos on YouTube. Some of them work and some of them don't, of these different things that you can use to remove scratches from your disc. Well, I found out that an electric CD polisher unit, it looks like a CD player, and it's got these ring shaped uh, discs in it. And they usually come with 3 different types. One is for cleaning the discs with a solution. One is kind of like very light sandpaper that actually buffs the disc. Uh, and the other is more of a spongy, like kind of soft textured uh, disc that you put a special ointment on it that comes with the kit, and it polishes the discs. Well, I found out when I ran out of the polishing fluid, uh, and couldn't afford to uh, get a refill kit, I discovered that I could use chapstick, the kind that comes in the little tube that you squeeze it out and it comes out like it's kind of partially liquefied. That if I put that on the polishing pad and ran it through for a little longer than normal, that it would polish the scratches out really well. And after that, I would just take them and soak them in hot soapy water, then rinse them and let them dry out, let them air dry, and they'd be good as new. So, yeah, if you have anything like this and you're having trouble finding the polishing ointment, you may be able to do what I did and use tube-based uh, chapstick on your polishing wheels. So here is a game that's just called 13 or X3. And here is the back for that. And from the looks of it, and it does have the full color manual. From the looks of it, it looks like maybe it's supposed to be a game similar to Gold Go 13 or something like that, maybe. Here is Mega Man X Collection, and unfortunately, it does not have the original jacket. It just has the GameStop and EB Games cover. That's where GameStop had bought out EB Games. No instruction manual, just the game. And here is Beautiful Joe, which is something I've been playing a lot of lately. That's the first game I started playing when I got the GameCube hooked back up. It has the full color manual. Here's the back. And if you're not familiar with this game, this is an kind of an action platformer. Uh, Joe is kind of like a combination of Batman and a Power Ranger. He's a little bit of both. It's kind of like if somebody took Batman, the Flash, and a Power Ranger and threw them all together. That's kind of like what he's like. Here's another game called Dead to Rights, and it's somewhat similar to a GTA type game in a way. Uh, but so far as I've seen, there's no free roaming. You just play the storylines, and the graphics are okay, and the acting is, in my opinion, is pretty weak, and you play the role of a canine cop who's trying to find out who his dad has been murdered, and he's trying to find out who the murderer is and bring them down. It is extremely violent. I had no idea how violent it was until I played it last week, and I was like, "My gosh, this game is awful. This is just terrible." I mean, this guy has no mercy. That's what the full color manual looks like. Yeah, one of the things I didn't like about it is while playing the game, if you are in the middle of basically a shootout, like you're caught in a crossfire or something, you can grab somebody. You can grab one of the villains and use them as a human shield, well, which I think is horrible. I mean, that is so unhero like. It's usually bad guys that do that sort of thing. But you can use them as a human shield, but as far as I've found out so far, you can't just turn loose of them and let them go. I pushed the button to do that, and he killed the guy. And I was like, "This guy's a cop. This guy's more like a murderer." But yeah, I played it up to chapter 3, and he got arrested. He got put in prison. And yeah, I felt like that was justified. And the game doesn't really give you a choice. It's kill or be killed. So that's one of the things I don't like about this game is what if you want to spare someone? What if you want to let them live? And just imagine the game being like negative on that. You have to kill everybody. So here's the jacket to my Game Boy player. You open it up and the disc goes in there and it's got the little instruction manual. And I'm embarrassed to show the disc because a while back, the last time I played it, I made the mistake of leaving the disc in the GameCube. And I didn't know uh, that there was enough room around the seams of where the disc closes, where the lid closes. But when I opened it up, after I got it hooked back up the way I wanted it and everything, I went to open it up and I saw that disc in there and I said, "Oh," I was like, "Oh no." Bugs had gotten in there. Roaches had gotten in there at some point and they messed all over my Game Boy player disc. So I'm going to have to take some electronics wipes and clean that disc off. And I don't want to show it to you because it's just gross. It's disgusting. But here's the back of the box. That's what that looks like. And I didn't even know that was in here in this stack of games. Okay, so here is Beautiful Joe 2. I remember that I got this, the first one, the second one, and another one, and some other games back when they were running a special where they were trying to get rid of all of their GameCube stuff. This one too has the full color instruction manual. Here's the back of the box, back of the jacket. And here is Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble, which I think is supposed to be kind of like Smash Brothers. This one, unfortunately, does not have a manual. I'm not saying that it doesn't come with a manual, of course it does, but mine didn't, mine's used. So yeah, this one's kind of like a little bit like a tournament fighting game. And here I have Sonic Adventure DX. And it has the full color manual. There's the back of the jacket. And one of my first GameCube games, Robotech Battle Cry. This is based off of the Macross saga. Has the full color manual. Mm, if I remember right, in this particular one, you're fighting the war against the Invid instead of the Zentradi, maybe. Here's another game that was one of my first GameCube games, Custom Robo. And back when I had a color printer, back around the early 2000s. This did not have a jacket. It did not have a jacket cover. It had one of those EB Games / GameStop covers. And when I had a color printer, I found somewhere where somebody had scanned some GameCube game covers, and this was one of them. And I printed this out on a color printer, and that's what this is. As good as this looks, it's not an original cover. It is a printed out color. It is a color reprint on a on a home computer printer, and here's the reprint of the instruction manual. Actually, this, according to this came from replacementdocs.com. If I remember right, I think they got in trouble a while back and had to shut down their website. So this is not the original instruction booklet, unfortunately. But the game is pretty easy to figure out and it's a lot of fun. I've played it all the way through to the end, and then there's like a second quest. I don't know why I bought this unless it just looks like it would be a fun game. I think I saw the demo and I thought that looks like fun. It looks like a lot of cool fighting action. So I picked it up. Teen Titans. And I think this one I actually did buy new. It's got the full color manual. I think I may have actually picked this one up at Walmart. Brand new, maybe. Seems like it, or I might be thinking about the DVD set because the show looked interesting to me, and I thought, I know it's not necessarily directed at someone in my age group, but it's silly, it's funny, it's wacky, and it had a character in it that I really liked, which was Cyborg. And I have this thing about robots and cybernetics, so I decided that I would go ahead and get it, and I think it was pretty cheap, like $20, $10, $15. So that's why I got the DVD, and now I think I bought the game because it looks like a fun action fighting game. But anyway, so yeah, there they are. Let's see, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 games. Oh, I didn't even know I had that many. Yeah, I would like to, when I get time and I get my room finished, getting my room straightened up. I've done a little more. Uh, this morning, I put some stuff in the closet that was in the way. So I've got more space in here now. I want to get it totally nice and neat. It doesn't have to be immaculate, but it would be nice if it was kind of close to that. A room that I could walk into and be like, now this is a room that I would not be ashamed for company to come over and see. But so yeah, I'm still rearranging things and reorganizing things. And part of the reason that I haven't made a video in so long is I was having some trouble with a toxic family member who just wanted to bring me down and make me miserable. So I've been dealing with some anxiety over that. And I've had to cut off communications with him again because he's repetitively abusive. He's one of those people that likes to abuse people, likes to hurt people, and it causes me to have trouble functioning. I can get pretty depressed, pretty anxious over stuff like that, and that anxiety and depression start to dominate my life, and uh, I get to where I don't do the things that I like to do as much. And that's why I haven't made any videos lately. But I've decided to put that behind me and pick up the pieces and start over again. That's all I can do. That's all anybody can do. When somebody gets you down, uh, especially if it's the kind of person that likes to kick you while you're down, uh, all you can do is wait for them to leave you alone, protect yourself from them. Yeah. Uh, get away from them, avoid them. Don't trust anything that they say. If it's somebody that does this to you again and again, then they have no intentions of changing. That's just a sadistic person. Um, if you're dealing with anyone like that, do your best to avoid them, and you don't have to give them a reason for why. The best thing to do with someone like that is to go no contact. Don't talk to anyone about them. Don't uh, don't contact them even if they have somebody say something to you for them in their place. They're just trying to reel you back into the relationship so that they can hurt you because clearly they get off on hurting people. And there are people like that. Sometimes even in your own family, which is sad, but it's true. It happens. So, like I said, all you can do is pick up the pieces and start again. And, when people like this hear that you have been recovering, they get angry. For whatever reason, they have it in for you. When they hear that without them in your life, that you've started to recover, they get angry. They just can't stand that, and they try to destroy you all over again. So the best thing to do is to avoid them. So yeah, just a few tips there, a little advice from a battle-wearied warrior who has dealt with a lot of predators. I hope you take something from that, something positive, and always know that no matter how bad it gets, there is one person who will never leave your side, never turn against you, never blame you for someone hurting you. And that is Jesus Christ. That is God, the Son of God. He loves you. He loves you with all his heart, I believe. So, I guess that wraps up my video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And have a good day.